Hey, it's Keith, KG's Garage. Working on the old minivan. Let's see if this does it. Yep. I have a new camera now. It's I got the Osmo Pocket 3. So I'm trying it out. See how the sound is and all that kind of good stuff. Anyway, the passenger door. You saw a video. I did the driver's side, rear door. Cable broke, and now this one's acting up. Let me show you. A nice pop noise there. Car's a mess. Let's close the door here. Let's see. Watch, it works now. It keeps getting stuck right about around here and it opens back up. Now it worked. Let's try again. It doesn't sound too good. The cable, I don't know what kind of condition the cable's in. It was just right here. It doesn't look that bad, but sometimes it gets stuck. There's times that come outside, the door's open, and like, oh, the door's stuck. Let's check the other side. So this is the side I fixed. Okay, and then close it. Oh, well, come on. There it goes. That could be the motor going. That little slow part there. So I don't know. So it seems like it's an intermittent problem with this door. I don't know when it acts up. Let's see if I go like this. Yeah, of course it works now. Anyway, I have the part. I know how to do it. I should be able to do it in half the time as I did last time. Just got to pull. Let's show you here. All this panel has come off, and that's basically it. Luckily, it's pretty clean in here. I can put the seat down. Bunch of screws and stuff. I gotta take all this off. Unfortunately, I had this off when I did the AC. I should have fixed it then, but whatever. Take this panel off, and this cables. I gotta take the tail light off. Gotta take this thing off, and a bunch of door stuff. And I have the new cable right here, so I think I might as well just go ahead and do it. I mean, I have the parts. I have a little bit of time right now. I think I'll do it. And plus, I'm testing out the new camera. We'll see how the new camera works out. All right, I'm not used to this. I don't have to turn the camera on. I can just hit the little button. Let me start clean this out, and gotta take all this off. Take this seat. I think I do that, and then again, it'll fold in. Let's see. Yeah, there we go. Goodbye, seat. It makes it flat. So I can get in here, take all this stuff off. Here's the first thing. There we go. I'm getting there. All right, get some tools, knock all this out, and fix this cable. We'll see what the cable looks like. All right, so you leave this top piece on and just pull these out. This just pulls straight out. You can push these down right here and pop them, and it slides out. There's a couple of, I pulled this out, pulled this, you just lift this up. That's this piece right here. Pull this. Anyway, you see this is all loose now. You just have to get the seatbelts out of the way. Pull this out. Pull that. Get that out. Just take this whole thing out. I also pulled this piece off right here. It just is these right here. Unscrew these, and then just lift that thing up. Now this side's more difficult. Here's where the cable is. The motor. Here's the motor, and then the cable is in here. You got this piece of plastic in the way, so I gotta take this out. Get that out of the way, and start taking this apart. It doesn't seem like the cable's broke. But, oh, it's not broke. I know it's not broke. We got the tail light. I got to get Torx for this. I don't know what that is. Small, or the Phillips head. Tail light. I think on the other side I didn't take tail light out, but it does help. Makes it a little bit easier. And then this thing has come out, and there's a screw right here. And that whole thing goes that way. I remember this was a pain to get back on, but deal with that when we get there. All right, then I got to take these two off right here. This is connected to, there's a rail connected to the cable. Once you take this piece off right here, you'll see it. Okay, so I'm going to take the piece off underneath the window. Let me show you. So there was a screw holding it in here this way. I took that out. You can see the taillights hanging out. I took these two out right here, those two out. Now it should just slide this way. Sorry, bear with me, I'm having trouble with this camera. It's not doing what I expect it to do. I need to get used to it. Nope. So that. You can see the things here. So it's on the car like this, and I pull it that way. It comes off. Had to pry a little bit on the top. Start this one off. Something must get stuck. But there you go, it's off. Let's continue. So I'm just looking at the cable here, and it doesn't look bad. Here's where it wears a lot because it doesn't look bad. It's dirty. There's no grease on it, but it doesn't look bad. So I'm still gonna replace it because I mean we're almost there. I just have to take this part off right here. Take all that apart. I'll show you what that looks like, and put a new cable on there. But it's not broke, which I didn't think it was broke. I just don't know why it's making all kinds of noise and clicking, and it sounds horrible. It could just be metal on metal. Maybe you know what? Maybe the wheels. There's wheels right here. Maybe those are worn out. I don't know, but do I put it back together, just grease it, or replace the cable? I mean, the cable eventually is gonna go, right? When I took the other side apart, the cable was twisted and the door wasn't opening. No, this one's in better shape. Anyway, I'm gonna replace it, and then I'll grease everything and all that stuff. All right, let me get in here and we'll start taking more stuff off. Okay. All right, I just want to show you this here because this was a little bit difficult. Okay, I just want to show you this here. There's 3 bolts, one there and then 2 on the other side. to hold this one right here. This guy, part of the pulley system. Can't get to it because this whole AC box is in the way. So what you need to do is, there's a 10 millimeter here, 10 millimeter right there, and there's another one somewhere. Oh, here, right here. That makes this loose enough. You can't get this out without taking everything apart. You have the heater. Yeah. You have the heater right here, and AC is also inside here, which is down over here, and that's not going anywhere. So I just pulled it out enough to get in there with 10 millimeter with a swivel on it, pretty long extension, and I'm able to get those bolts out. That's the hard one. Easy one's over there. Then I'm gonna take this off, and I still have to do the door. And I'll do the door. Well, actually, I'll do the door right now. I'm gonna get a piece of something, rag or something, put it on there, and then hold the door up. Because once you take this off, there's nothing that holds this door up. Okay, I took the 10 millimeter bolt off here. Took these off. Now there's no tension on these things. I just need to pull this out. I don't remember how to roll it. I'm gonna figure it out. But there's a lot of plastic here, so something's going. I think usually maybe it breaks inside here. I don't know. Anyway, I'm going to take all this off, clean it up, put some more grease, and I'll be right back, and we're putting the new ones on. I moved the door forward. You have to hit the unlock, and you can manually move it because the cables are not hooked up right now. All right, so I just manually moved it. I got the jack there, slid under. I cleaned this all up. This is all dirty and disgusting. I put some multi-purpose wheel bearing grease on here. This is so this goes in here. Right, so that's in there, and then door holds on there. That's the hinge. I cleaned all this up. I cleaned these up pretty good. And I'm going to grease these up. I'm going to spray some white lithium. Let's see if this works. It's white lithium. That should be good. Right there, I'm going to put some of the white wheel bearing grease on this stuff, these rollers, and then put it back up in there. And then I'll move the door back. This is still the old cable. And the new cable's right here, and it just lays in there. And then hooks onto either side of this. So that's what I'm doing right now. I'm gonna go change this one out. I already put that back. It's not tight. I just put it in there. The new cable's right here. I didn't work on this yet. I still have to take this other old cable. So let's get this old cable out, which is just, you reach your hand in here. Actually, well, this is gonna be tough because this thing's in the way. All right, let me get this out and put the new one in. I'll be right back. All right, let me show you. Get this. There's a little clip right. There's a little clip right here. He's got a stick screwdriver in here. Pry this up carefully. This will pry out. There's a little clip right here, and this whole thing just on either side. There's another clip there. You push in a little bit, and then you just push this thing up. You want to take that off, right? And now you have this pulley. You need to push the center pin out. This little pin. Knock this pin out. Take the pin out. And then you pull the pulley. I'm going to clean it. Look at it, it's all dirty there. And then now you have this. And it just fell apart. Yeah. And then you just take this here and it just comes right apart like so. All right, clean all that off. I'm gonna get a little bit of grease, put it on this pin, and all right. So put the pulley in. There we go. So this goes right, and I gotta get this plastic piece back on. All right, let me show you this thing because I had to go back in the video and figure out how the heck this works. Because once you take this apart, you're gonna be left with a bunch of parts here. And this was puzzling me. So this piece, you know, you already took it off. It slides on top of here. You gotta remember, it slides on top of here. I don't know what I was thinking. Anyway, I was trying to put it on like this. It goes over the top. So you have this one guy there and go right over the top. This round part covers the pulley, so that's how you would know. All right, so now you take your cable, stick it in here. This gets routed through. You take your pulley, in. It's gonna go like this. This comes down. Gonna go like that, and this goes over. Yep. Okay. So that's how you do it. So now that I have the pulley in there, put your pin back in. Okay. It's greased up. Remember. Take this, put it over here. This, slide it over, and then snap it down. Done. So now this goes into the side of the car like this. This here goes, you have to feed these little rubber pieces into these rectangle slots. Easier said than done. There we go. Now it's easier. You gotta make sure this is facing down. There we go. And pull the rubber pieces. Until there we go, got it. Okay, so there you go. That's how that piece goes. And now I'm going to put this through the side of the car, and this is the cable that gets attached onto the door hatch or the door hinge. To do this, you have to take this whole thing because of this AC. Because of the AC, you have to take the whole thing and put it in this way. It won't come out the other way, or it won't go in the other way. So this goes through like this, all the way over. That goes over that way, and this one will go through the wall there. All right, let's do that. So here's the pulley. Show you how to. This smooth side goes against. You want to look at this honeycomb. Hopefully you can see it. There you go. Honeycomb. You want to see that when you have this on there. These pulleys here. So you'll see this notch here. Take the rear cable, doors all the way back. Put in like this. Put down like this. Around like this. I got it on. Let me show you this. See how the cable goes around the pulley and around this way, and around the pulley and around this way. So on this side, on the passenger side, you have to close the door. The door is closed, all the way closed. Well, almost all the way closed. I didn't slam it all the way. Anyway, and take this front cable, take the front cable and wrap it around the back, and then the back cable, scoot it in the front. and it went in, and I did have to move this. I just moved this pulley to the right a little bit to compress this spring right here, and I was able to get the pulley on. So that's that. I'm gonna tighten that up. It's a little 10 mil. I guess it's tight. I mean, I don't. Oh, there we go. All right. I'm gonna get some spray and just spray some like silicone or something in there, just to give it some lubrication. And I'm gonna dab some more grease on here. Looks like it's white lithium grease. And start buttoning all this up. I mean, it's just putting bolts back in, putting panel on, and obviously testing it. So actually, I could test it now. No, I can't because this is gonna pop. I think this will pop out. Yeah, I need to put this on before I go ahead and test it. All right, let me get that on. Let me put some grease, stuff like that, and then we'll test it and we'll see what happens. This piece goes on. Held on by two 10mm bolts. It's cool. Everything pretty much is 10 mil, so it makes it kind of easy. All right. Then there's some screws go in. One screw here. On here. Here. One more. There might be two more, I don't know. One here. Oh, yep. 5 screws in total. Here, let's, I'm gonna hit the open button. Oh my gosh. Okay, so I have to do a reset procedure on this thing, but it's closing. All right, it closed. I don't think it's, let's hit open. Hit open again. It doesn't like something. I don't know if the hinge is messed. This is in the right spot. Cables, well, looks good. Let me help it a little bit. Shoot. I don't know what's going on. Well, it's getting stuck for some reason. As soon as I force it off, it goes. So I think it's, I mean, this hinge looks kind of scraped up. I bet you the hinge is sagging. Let me see if I can adjust it, bring it up a little bit, or I don't know, I'm gonna mess with it and see what happens. I'm gonna be back in a minute. Okay, so now we need to calibrate the door, and this is how you do it. The door's closed. I'm gonna come over here on this thing. If you have this turned off, you wanna make sure it's on, and you wanna hit open. There we go. And then you want to come over here, hit close, and hold it down. There's the door, and I'm holding it down until it closes all the way. And I let go. All right, now it should just open right up. Let's see. Yep. And now I don't know if I recorded this part, new camera and all. It wasn't opening before because this hinge was screwed up. So these two bolts right here, I loosened them up. Really, this back one is the one that did it. Loosened it up, lifted up on the bottom of the door, tightened it. Looking back, I probably should have gotten a new hinge. If I was going to do it again, I would get a hinge. Hopefully we don't have this car another 10 years and I won't have to do a hinge. But hinge, and there's also a pin here. Probably would have been good to change that out too while you're in there. But anyway, the other thing I want to do is I'm going to put some grease. I'm going to get some grease here. I'm going to put grease on these locating pins and a little bit on here because it's getting all scraped up. I need to put all the panels back on, put all the weather stripping, and put this piece back on there. And then we'll be done. And then I will test the door once again, and the van will be all good. So I'll turn the camera back on when we're done. I'll show you when it's all finished. So how do you get this piece on, you ask? Well, you have to carefully pull all these things off and slide them in here. Get your little tool, put it in there. And just carefully pry them out. I want to use two hands. But there's a little rubber piece there that you probably want to keep. Anyway, you just carefully pry these things out. Get one of these, or even a smaller one maybe. Pull these out. Let me pull one out. I'll show you how to put it in the thing. So I took it out. You just put it in here. Just put it in there, and then you just slide it in. So I'm trying to do. There, I got it in. I had to use some force on that sucker. Anyway, it's in there. And do the other ones on these other two. And then you gotta, I'll show you, you gotta like snap it on. But let me get the other two off, and I'll show you when I'm getting this thing on there. Now I'm gonna put this on. These guys fell off. This one's messed up. Doesn't want to stay. Okay. I don't know if I can get this in with the door closed. I need the door open a little bit. All right, well, that's it. That's how it goes. It doesn't look, I didn't think it looked right, but that's how it goes. It's on there. The fingerprints all over now. I just need to put 2 bolts back over here, and then put bolts in the taillight. Let's see if the door opens and closes without hitting anything. Let's open and let's close it. I'm up here. What do you? All right, good. Let's tighten this up. All right, guys, thanks for watching. I just want to give you a couple tips to remember. When you're doing the passenger side, you want to have the door closed and then do the front cable to wind that up on the pulley. It's the opposite on the other side, the driver's side. You want the door open, and then you want to do the rear. You want to do that one first because that one's going to have a lot of the slack. Anyway, so that's 2 things I learned. Also, that's a hawk. Here's the cables. The cables weren't in that bad of shape. I mean, I thought they would have been a little bit worse, but because with all the noise it was making, I I probably really have to replace these. I don't know if they would last another 10 years, 5 years, whatever. But I was in there, I had the cables, and I did it. Another thing I wanted to say was, when you're looking at cables, buy the cable that has these little rubber pieces on it, and that already has this crimped on it. There's a little barrel, a little plastic piece. The new one had the barrel crimped on with a new plastic piece. I don't know if you saw it in the video, but I just wanted to point that out, because you can buy these with just the cable end, and then you have to crimp on your barrel, and then you have to, some of them you even have to reuse this plastic piece. And this is a wearable piece, this plastic piece. You really don't want to cheap out and, you know, break this thing. It gets brittle. You don't want to use that same piece. So it costs a little bit more. These cables aren't that expensive, so it's really not that big of a deal. But I would just get it with all these little rubber things on there and a complete kit, so you just bolt it right on. It's a lot easier. All right, thanks for watching. If you liked any of this video, hit the like button, please. If you want to see more of this stuff, you know, I got other stuff I'm working on, see what's going on around here, hit the subscribe button. And if this can help somebody else out, you know, you got a family member or something that has one of these vans, go ahead and share this video. I'd appreciate it. Thanks a lot. I'll see you in the next one. Bye.